Welcome to A House Around the Corner. Once again, I'm your host, Tricia Ziemer, and I'm here with a volunteer of the Kanara Community House, Lockie Case. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Today's story is about 3 women who have found new places and pathways within the community sector.
Yes, all from various different walks of life. One was an MP at one point in her life, and now they've all found their homes in learned local centres.
Now, Heather's ended up manager of the Basin Community House, and Louise is at Wonga Park Community Cottage. Can you tell me about Libby?
Libby found a place at Kerry Community House as assistant coordinator.
Thank you for joining me, Lockie.
Thank you for having me.
Join us as we travel to Wonga Park and meet these extraordinary ladies.
Hi, I'm Louise Schweiger and I'm the Assistant Coordinator at Wonga Park Community Cottage. My career background before coming to the community sector was more of a corporate background. I started off as a legal clerk, moved into travel industry, and I was PA to a local real estate agent to a managing director. What led me to the community sector is once I had children, I was able to have time to focus on what I wanted to do next, and by looking at having that time and the opportunity, I became involved in volunteer work with my local kindergarten, and that led me to be involved in the central enrolment, being on the executive committee, and I fell in love with the community work and decided that's where I wanted to be. I also I participate in courses that run here. At the moment I'm doing mosaics and having lots of fun doing that within the class sector. So I have a lot of fun, not just working as such, not that I actually feel like it's work at all. I also can see it as a participant within the organisation. I think as my children were growing up and I sort of needed to look at other places, I looked at the community sector in a whole new light and decided that's where a career could eventuate. After joining here at Wonga Park, it led me to look at Kanara House as an option to study because they understood where community development was coming from, and they got it, you know, it was a lot easier. So going into a community training centre to do a community course made a lot of sense to me. The most enjoyable part for me of doing a course in a community sector was the people I met. We had a fun group, it was enjoyable, the trainer understood the community sector. It made it an enjoyable experience, something that I was originally going to be quite daunting for me to even undertake study, became a pleasant and an enjoyable experience. My perspective of being a student at Kanara House, I found the work to be not too easy because I would have been frustrated and feel I didn't learn enough if it was, but it definitely, I was able to manage it it worked really well within my work and family. I had a nice life balance. They were able to make it fit in with my lifestyle, that I was able to still work, I was able to still be there with my family, but I managed to be able to study as well. And I think if I wasn't at Kanara House, I wouldn't have been able to finish the course because it would have been too demanding on myself and my time and would have pulled me away from my family, which are a big and important part of my life. When I started at Kamnara House, I didn't expect to be where I am now. It's opened up a lot of doors for me. It's led me to being on CHAOS, which is a local networking group in the outer eastern suburbs. It stands for Community Houses Association Outer Suburbs. And I've been with one of my fellow students. We're on the committee there, and it's been brilliant. So glad that, and it's opened a whole new lot of doors for networking. And without Kamnara House, it would not have even been something I would have looked at. I don't think I would have gone to another organisation to do my training because I found the flexibility wasn't there. It was all too daunting. It was a big commitment to begin with, and I think Kamnara House just made it, just took all the problems away. There was no more excuses. I had no excuses why I couldn't attend classes. I was able to fit everything in. Whereas when I looked at other organisations, it was very restrictive for me. It just didn't fit in with my lifestyle. I will be continuing on doing other courses, and I would remain in the community sector to train and study because of the way that they conduct themselves. It's been a great experience.
Learn Local provides quality education and training to people of all ages and backgrounds and has hundreds of locations across regional Victoria.
Learn Local gave me the opportunity to complete my schooling and get the job I wanted.
I never completed school, but I got the training I needed to get a great job.
At Learn Local, I did the course I wanted to change my career.
Learn Local, flexible, friendly and just around the corner. Take your next step with us. Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.